Just so we know what investment banking means, it means at its core, it's really valuing a business, finding the opportunity in a business, presenting it the right way, meaning positioning a business to where it's most attractive to an investor or a buyer or a financing source, and then figuring out what is the right way to put an investment into a business or to structure a sale of a company or a purchase of a company. And that could be, access to, debt markets, or in smaller businesses, banks and private placements. And there's a whole range of, when you think from IPO on the one side, so that can be like the high side, the most sexy side, and all the way down to where you're doing, a bank loan in conjunction with some angel investing or private placements, where you have a business that achieves the same thing, meaning they get the capital they need to execute on the plan that they have, but it can take all different kinds of forms, and each one is valuable in its own way. And then it's the execution part of it, and that gets overlooked, and I think a lot of people seem to enjoy, and I do, enjoy the idea phase, the negotiation phase, the sort of brainstorming phase, but when it comes down to actually getting it done, and actually making sure this thing happens in this week, that thing happens in that week, and you make sure you actually build the momentum to closing, that's something that investment banking provides for clients. Thought I spent a little bit of time talking about market conditions, and for this, I mean market conditions for smaller businesses. And the small, in quotes, meaning, $50 million or less, or $100 million or less. I'm talking of enterprise value, not sales value of a company. And if you look at that market, definitely it was dislocated when everybody else was in 2008 and 9. But the equity availability in that market has gotten better in our view over the last year and a half. And so there is capital available for companies that are proven, and proven to me means, and Victor's going to elaborate it more, means a company that's already got a product being sold, and you've sort of established its value position, and you've also established in some way the price point for it, and so you're able to sell it at a point where you can make money at selling it. So it's a business that has that kind of momentum. And there are definitely equity sources available for that. Debt markets take different forms, but there's sort of the bank lending form. Then there's this middle piece, we call it mezzanine capital, where that market is getting a lot better, where companies now can borrow money that is a little bit more accepting of risk, and money that has a longer term horizon. And there's a good way of financing businesses that way through debt capital. My last point here, just quickly, is quality of earnings is key. And what that means is we've seen in the past and continually see that a company that appears to be profitable is not necessarily profitable. And the smaller the business you get, the more fuzziness there is in the numbers, or could be. And at least in my business, what we're seeing is there's a lot of time being placed on making sure, a business, is performing the way it represents to be through their financial statements. So that's one thing that really is overarching all the markets, is making sure your business is performing like you think.